Pisces. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your October 2014 forecast for the month. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for joining me. It was raining a lot this morning, on and off, so I didn't want to bring the computer outside. The sun is starting to shine, but it's still drizzling a little bit, and I don't want to risk any technology issues with Mercury slowing down in the sky, so I'm taking it indoors today. So I appreciate your patience. Let me jump to the forecast because I really want to cover this Mercury retrograde in the month of October that is ensconced between two eclipses, and then some action with the Sun and Venus in Scorpio. And I want to get to the cards. So let's jump in because we start October on the 4th with Mercury retrograding at 2 degrees Scorpio. This is a sister water sign for you, Pisces, so you are affected in your 9th house. Having Mercury retrograde in your 9th is not the time for faraway travel abroad or overseas. If you have to, please expect delays or perhaps miscommunication, missed emails, scheduling issues, etc. Mercury is going to retrograde from the 4th into the 25th, but as he's retrograding, he goes deeper in this retrograde on the 10th into the sign of Libra. So this will affect your 8th house of shared resources, property, and sex, death, rebirth, transformation. Having Mercury retrograding in your shared resources sector means that those of you who are purchasing property or in the process of building homes or looking for places to live with your partner, things might be put on hold for most of October because Mercury does not clear his shadow until mid-November. So for the month of October, I would expect delays and just not try to push through a lot in the 8th house sector or the 9th house. 9th house of higher education as well. For those of you studying, you might have some holds in this schooling sector. Perhaps papers don't come through or grades don't come through or your assignment isn't handed in or reached by the professor. Now, I feel like I'm channeling a lot of this, so bear with me. This might not apply to everyone, but it will apply to some of you Pisceans. This retrograde is deep because of the eclipses. On the 8th of October, we have a full moon total lunar eclipse. This is at 15 degrees Aries. This is opposite the sun. This is affecting your 7th house of money. There could be emotions tied in with money at this time. Try to separate that. Try not to take things personally in regards to finance or your money right now. Your finances might look worse than they actually are in the month of October. With an eclipse, there might be some delusions about where you stand fiscally. But don't worry about this. The eclipse feels to me like you'll be eclipsing something out on the 8th. Something might come to an end in regards to how you're earning your money or in how you are receiving it. You might decide to do something new here, or there might be options to change how you're receiving money. Now, on the 10th, Mercury retrogrades deeper into Libra, into this 8th house. Shared resources. Between the 2nd and the 8th house being hit, I don't think October is the best month for Pisces to spend more than feasible. It's not a good time for extra credit card shopping. Use only what you have as far as cash resources, cash funds. On the 23rd, the Sun and Venus are going to enter Scorpio, this sister water sign in this 9th house again, beautifying the 9th house of education and faraway travel and the higher mind, the higher study, opening new horizons to thought and metaphysical thought. It's really good to keep things internalized in the month of October and not try to push forward externally. You could have some really profound ideas occur on the 23rd because in addition to the Sun and Venus entering Scorpio, we have our partial solar eclipse at 0 degrees Scorpio in the 9th house. So there are new beginnings here. This is a new moon. on the 23rd. So new beginnings in the middle of a retrograde on this eclipse in the 9th. You could be starting a new course or just filling out the right paperwork to get into this course. Or you could be booking your travel and initiating travel at the tail end of October. Mercury will go direct on the 25th at 16 degrees Libra in this 8th house of property again. Things will start to push forward at the end of October for those of you dealing with property or home rental issues. However, like I said, Mercury clearing his shadow in November, October is just kind of a wash for real energy and success in that 8th and 9th house. November's a whole other story though. We'll get to that next month, but that's an action month. Now the 26th, Mars enters Capricorn. This is in your 11th house. Mars is giving energy to the 11th house of friendships, goals, wishes. I like this because Mars is ambition, determination, drive. It's also anger. You could have some angry, expressive times with some friend at the tail end of October. But looking at this in a more positive light, you could have the energy to want to be around more people, to be more social groups, clubs, and organizations. There's stimulation in that sector, and Mars is in a sign for 6 to 8 weeks. So this will be through all of November as well, that Mars is initiating this 11th house of groups and clubs. So you'll find yourself very active and busy at the tail end of Mercury retrograde and the eclipse. Let me get to the cards because I've been feeling them. I've been in readings all morning. I've actually been reading more than I have ever read in my lifetime this month. So thanks for waiting for the video for October. Here's what your cards are. Oh, this is my favorite card of all time, the Six of Swords. Look how beautiful. Going with the flow. A higher breeze, a loving breeze, being led by the universe towards your goal and direction. This is also very much 9th house, traveling abroad and overseas. You know, I'm getting something. Let me just tell you what I'm hearing, feeling. For those of you who are already traveling in the month of October and you're going the distance, you're actually going on a boat, you're cruising, you're going abroad. Stick with your plans. You don't have to cancel your plans, obviously. This is the cosmos. It'll work with you and against you. It'll do everything it can just to try to get you to the path. But keep your plans, because with delay and with change comes a new part of you. So you could be learning something about yourself for those of you who are traveling, learning how to go with the flow, learning how to deal with spontaneous change. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins, initiating something new, the new moon. The new moon for you. This is what that's about. I'll get to the spread in a minute. Four of Swords, meditation, the thinker, going within, not taking action, but reviewing, analyzing, and rethinking aspects. And the moon, Pisces, your emotional card for the eclipses. Now, together, let me get a feeling about these. You know, the more you can relax, chill out, go with the flow, don't try to push forward with action, but sit back, revise, rewrite, rethink in the Mercury retrograde. I'm already affected by the retrograde because I'm tongue-tied, and Mercury is my ruling planet by 2 minutes of Gemini. But the more you can chill out, the more action you can take, the more coin you can receive in a new venture at the end of October, pushing forward at the new moon on the 25th. This is where newness can come in, new money. Don't be surprised if you're emotional during these eclipse patterns. This is the 5th series of eclipses we've had in a year and a half that's coming to an end. This cycle of eclipses is tying things into a nice little bow from the eclipses of last April and May. It's an emotional time, and Pisces, you are an intuit. You are governed by the moon and emotions. Cancer is governed by the moon. You're governed by Neptune, but you're emotional, and the moon is emotions. And these eclipses are hitting you very internally. So the thinker card of meditation, it's really time for you to go within. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can't take action every month, you know? You can't have 12 months of activity. October is a step back. I'm also getting, for those of you who are creative, and most Pisces are, you working in the home and preparing your creativity inside is the best thing you can do in October. Push forward with that in November. So this is good for you writers, painters, musicians. Hone your skills inward in the home in the month of October and push forward next month. My name is Audrey Alison. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can reach me at audreyallison.com. I'm also on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Have a sweet day, Pisces, and I will see you next month.